Hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm Neanderthal-Joe, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my progression for Levallois technology. We're going to go from right to left. This is year one, year two, and year three, and then I'm going to show you some examples throughout my time practicing this technology. So here's my first core that I ever attempted 3 years ago. It is a cobble of English flint, and it is a massive waste of money, if you ask me. There's the platform. You can see there. It's not a very good core. I didn't research at all. I just kind of looked at pictures and then said, screw it. No. But I did this with copper tools, and you can't really do a proper core, in my opinion, with copper tools. It's got to be hammerstones. Uh, so there's the core. There's the flake. Nice convexity. And as you can see, with the copper tools, I just destroyed this cobble. Can't do anything with it. But yeah, anyways, enough of that one. Now this is a year two core. As you can see, much smaller. And there's the flake. This is the flake. This is the core. Again, with the small platforms. This is done with copper tools. So it is a decent flake and it is a decent core. However, tiny platform, and it's not a proper Levallois core. Now, that was a year two, and I have another year two, and this is when I switched over from using copper to stone. So as you can see, much better looking core, really good platform. This is when I started reading about this core technology and watching some videos. Now, I overshot this flake completely. As you can see, I completely split the top off. But I got a nice platform, facets, and nice convexity. So there's the flake. It's a great tool, as is, but it can be turned into a tiny hand axe, a knife, an awl, a scraper, pretty much anything you need it for. And then there's the core. Alright, now jumping over to year three. Before I do that, I'm going to tell you now that I'm going to show you some hammer stones that I've been using and some biface or hand axes, and then some Levallois points. So jumping over to year three, I made this while we were collecting the chert. This is called Onondaga, and it's from Ontario. But anyways, perfect platform, nice 70 degrees, nice facets. This was going to be a point, as you can see from the two ridges. I'll just drop the core for a second. The two ridges were supposed to cross, so you could get something like this. That is a 3-blow Levallois point. But anyways, that's not what we're talking about right now. So there's the core, there's the flake. This is a pretty good example. Nice turtle core. There's the platform. And there you go. Not really much else to say about it. Another one I did, looking at examples from a book. Strike here with a hammerstone, then strike on the other side. And this is called a constructed Levallois blade. Now I think this is called a broad spearhead or something like that. And well, here's the platform. Kind of hinged it right there, but I still got nice facets on it. And when I struck, I got the nice point and a cool looking core. So pretty happy with that. And now I'm going to show you an example from this year that is bigger. Perfect facets, perfect platform, but unfortunately there was a freeze crack running through the material, which is a big problem with Onondaga. So here it is. I'll first show you the flake. Pretty decent flake. Can be turned into a hand axe. I've been using it as a back knife. As you can see, I overshot it on the right side, and it's just the perfect perfect shape for holding in the hand. Nice sharp blade. And here's the core. Nice classic core. Very triangular. Nice flaking all around. And there is the freeze crack. So there you go. As you can see, not enough convexity to push it forward. It's still there. But anyways, excuse me. That is not what I wanted to show you. What I wanted to show you was the facets on this point, or on this core. So as you can see these lines running down here, those are called facets. There's the striking platform. Beautiful angle. And I struck it right in between these facets. So it sent out a nice big flake. And yeah. It's one of my more recent cores. Sorry, I keep calling them points because I keep looking at the points. But there's one of my more recent cores. Now this core I did yesterday. And pretty much nailed it with this one. So here's the core. Here is the flake. That'd be a great knife. Could be turned into an awl, I guess. There it is, sitting on the core. Stuck it right there, as you can see. Oh, it's not going to focus. But there's facets, facet, facet. Struck it right in the middle. Got this beautiful flake. Beautiful core. Nice classic turtle core again. Nice flaking all around. And yeah, that's just switch the camera over for a second. Alright. Now to show you some classic examples, or authentic examples I should say. Here's a cast of a very big core. This is pretty much the end goal for me, is to be able to make a beautiful core like this. Nice big flakes. Beautiful platform. You can see the facets. And as you can see, the main flake would almost be as big as my hand. And this is a cast out of France. And I think it's 73,000 years old. And obviously the French have the best flint for this kind of stuff. My shirt is not too great. You know, I always joke that I was born in the wrong geographical range, but I wouldn't trade living in Canada for anything. Anyways, I don't know, the little rant, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, there's the biggest physical original I have. And here's the only authentic non-cast core I have. This is out of France. It's about 100,000 to 50,000 years old. I know that's a pretty big gap, but a friend sent me this a long time ago, and I'm pretty thankful for it. Now it's very close to some of my other cores. Yeah, except this one is more of a circular flake, as you can see there. And what is special about this is they tried to set it up to take another flake, except they hinged it. So you can see the patina. This is gray underneath. So this is patina. But as you can see underneath, they hinged it when they tried to strike it with the hammerstone. There's the platform. That's where they would have hit. And it's so old that you can't even really see the ridges anymore. I'm hoping that you can see some examples. Or some of the scar flaking on it. But yeah, I just love holding this, knowing that that's what I'm trying to recreate. Here's the first ever 3 below Levallois point I ever made. It's made out of Georgetown. Shout out to Curtis Smith. But yeah, Not a great example. I hit it on the one ridge and just got lucky. And here's the second one I made. Also out of not English flint, Georgetown flint. As you can see, I did retouch it a lot with antler tines, which is not authentic. They would not have done this. And my most recent Levallois point is this one, made out of Onondaga. Probably my best example. These are pretty hard for me to recreate because I haven't practiced it much. But this is... I prefer making these over arrowheads any day. But this is a nice arrowhead. Nice barbed and tanged arrowhead. But yeah, I prefer making 3-blow points over arrowheads. Alright. Oh, yeah. Special surprise appearance. Here's the first hand axe I ever made out of copper tools 3 years ago. As you can see, I retouched the edge with copper. Not very good, very fat. And here's one I made about 2 weeks ago with hammerstones. So as you can see, that's a beauty. Just to compare the two. This is my favorite design of hand axe. I think it's called Bout Cope. I'll put the name up, but I could be wrong. So yeah, and just to show you the thickness, it's amazing what sticking to something can do. Alright, now I'm going to show you my tools. So these are my oldest tools. Let me just push these rocks out of the way to show. So these rocks I'm showing you might just look like rocks, but to an archaeologist or a flint knapper, they're tools. Now you can see the pecking from flint knapping with these. Destroyed. They still work though. Now these are the only things I used for setting up my my cores. So there you go. There's not really much to say about them. They're all just river rocks. But yeah, you can see the pecking, just how much use these get out of. These have been with me for almost 3 years. This one I don't use as much. See the pecking on them, just how destroyed they are. Now here's one. It's a quartzite. This one's completely blown apart, but I still use it. And this is one that I use the most. You can probably tell. It has just been demolished. It was about a fourth bigger when I first got it, and I actually used this for the final striking on all of the cores that you've seen today, or most of them. This is the hammerstone that I use the most. And yeah, it's almost a perfect sphere. Sphere, not spear. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed me rambling. This wasn't much of an informational video. It's not focusing, I'm sorry. There you go. This was not much of an informational video, more of a look what I can do kind of video. But I hope you enjoyed. And I hope you notice that if you stick to something long enough, you'll eventually hate it. I'm joking, I love doing this. But yeah, being all serious, if you pick up on a hobby like this, don't expect to be good right away. It takes time. Some are better than it. Some are better. Some learn quicker than others. Sometimes it's just not for people. When I started, I thought this wasn't for me, but when I finally got a flint knapping mentor, picked off right away. Oh, surprise appearance from a core I did today. Yeah, so there you go. So I hope you enjoyed me rambling about Levallois technology or cores, and I'll see you guys in the next time. Bye.